Hi kids, welcome back to yet another Toy Story story, Woody's Wild West Rescue. Hope you guys have been doing good, and let us go on to this exciting adventure with me, G-Man. Sheriff Woody knelt atop the rocky mesa, looking down at the train thundering across the terrain below him. There was money aboard the train, and that worried the sheriff. Kabam! Oh no! An explosion blew a hole in the roof of one of the train's cars. One-eyed Bart, Woody mumbled as the outlaw climbed atop the train holding his bags filled with stolen money. Woody whipped out his lasso and rappelled down the rocky slope towards the speeding train. After a swift backflip, he landed atop the train, facing the outlaw head on. "You got a date with justice, one-eyed brat," Sheriff Woody announced to the criminal. But had Woody spoken too soon? Let's see. It was one-eyed Betty. She knocked Woody right off the train. Ka-tang! Woody landed right behind Jessie atop a galloping bullseye. "I think you dropped something, mister," Jessie yelled up to Bart. Woody grinned. He knew his loyal companions would show up to save him. "Give it up, Bart," Woody shouted. "You reached the end of the line." But One-Eyed Bart pulled out a detonator, pressed the button, and kabam! A bridge over a deep canyon blew up. The two outlaws jumped into their getaway car. "It's me or the kiddies, Sheriff," One-Eyed Bart called. "Take your pick." There were orphans on that train headed towards the canyon. What do you think Woody and Jessie would do? What do you think you would do? Let's see what they did. I think they would try to save the orphans. Woody knew what he had to do. "Save the orphans first and catch the outlaws later. Ride like the wind, Bullseye," he shouted. "Hi-ya!" shouted Jessie. As Bullseye galloped up next to the train, Woody leaped from the horse and tumbled into the train's engine car. "Woody, hurry!" screamed Jessie. The train was speeding off the seaward rails of the track, with nowhere to go but down. Woody found the brake lever and pulled with all his might. The brakes squealed but did little good as the entire train tumbled into the abyss. "No!" cried Jessie in disbelief. "Could this really be the end of Woody?" What do you guys think? What happened to Woody? "Not today!" shouted Buzz, Woody's best friend. The flying spaceman quickly caught the train, rescuing Woody and all the orphans, too. Jessie whooped with delight. Bullseye bucked happily. "Ha ha!" laughed Woody. "Now let's get some criminals to infinity and beyond!" "Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta!" shouted Buzz. Well, this is getting exciting. Let's see what happens next. Buzz swiftly flew down and used his laser to slice Bart's getaway car in two. One-Eyed Bart and One-Eyed Betty tumbled to the ground along with their getaway drivers. "Reach for the sky," Woody told the convicts. "You can't touch me, Sheriff," One-Eyed Bart snarled. "I brought my attack dog with a built-in force field." Suddenly, a huge wiry dog appeared. He created a giant force field bubble to protect One-Eyed Bart, his nefarious wife, and their sidekicks. But Woody had something even better. "Well, I brought my dinosaur who eats force fields." Woody swung around and gave Jessie the signal. "Yodeling-yahoo!" yodeled Jessie. The ground exploded at the sound of her yodel, and an enormous dinosaur clawed his way from under the cracked earth. "Woohoo! Look who's coming to rescue!" But there was no time for celebrating. An enormous shadow covered them. The evil Dr. Porkchop's spaceship hovered overhead. After lifting the criminals to safety, Dr. Porkchop opened his cork hatch. Soon, his huge army of monkeys dropped and attacked Sheriff Woody's heroic team. Sheriff Woody turned to his best friend. "Buzz!" he shouted. "Shoot your laser at my badge!" Woody, no! Buzz begged, it will kill you. But it was their only chance. Buzz aimed carefully. His laser beam bounced off Woody's shiny badge and hit the spaceship, crashing into a nearby mesa. Victory! The monkeys began to scatter. Charge! Shouted Woody, and everyone did, flinging monkeys right and left. Good job, fellow deputies, Sheriff Woody shouted as spacecraft sizzled behind them and the monkeys scampered away. Now let's go find a jail for these outlaws and some homes for the orphans. His friends cheered. It was another victory over evil for Woody and his team in the Wild Wild West. Hope you guys liked the story. If you guys did, you know the drill. Press the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Until next story, bye-bye.